You used to be able to sit with something, a book, a thought, a conversation. You could stay inside it long enough for it to mean something. Now you can't finish a paragraph without reaching for your phone. You start tasks and abandon them. You watch a 10-minute video and skip to the middle. You read the same sentence 3 times and still don't know what it said. And the scary part is, you've started to accept it. Like this is just who you are now. It isn't. What's happened to your attention is not a personality trait. It is damage. Quiet, accumulated, almost invisible damage, done slowly by the same devices sitting in your pocket right now. And damage can be undone. This video is 5 steps, not hacks, not tricks. 5 actual steps to take back the one thing that determines the quality of every single area of your life. Your ability to focus. Here is the truth nobody wants to say out loud. Your attention span did not shrink on its own. It was taken, deliberately, systematically, by platforms and products specifically engineered to keep you scrolling, clicking, reacting, never settling, never going deep, never staying long enough to actually think. Every notification, every autoplay, every infinite scroll, every algorithmically timed dopamine hit, all of it was designed by rooms full of the smartest engineers in the world with one goal: to make it impossible for you to look away. And it worked. The average person now checks their phone over 100 times a day, not because they need to, because they have been conditioned to, because the discomfort of stillness now feels unbearable, because the moment there is nothing happening, the brain reaches out automatically, without thought, for stimulation. That is not a habit. That is a rewired nervous system. And step 1 of fixing it is simply this: understanding that you are not lazy, you are not weak, you are not just bad at focusing. You are a person whose brain has been deliberately hijacked, and now you are going to take it back. Step 2, the one people resist the most, because it requires subtraction, not addition. Delete the apps, not mute them, not move them to a folder. Delete them. Not forever, just long enough for your brain to remember what it feels like to be bored. Real boredom, the kind that used to make you pick up a book, start a project, have a real thought, the kind that made you creative because there was nothing else to reach for. Most people cannot sit alone with their thoughts for 5 minutes without reaching for their phone. And that is the problem, not the phone itself, the inability to be alone with your own mind. When you remove the constant stimulation, the first few days feel wrong, uncomfortable, slow. Your brain will protest, it will itch, it will manufacture reasons why you need to check something. That discomfort is the withdrawal, and it means it is working. Sit in it. Do not negotiate with it. The brain that emerges on the other side of that discomfort is sharper, calmer, and capable of things the hijacked version of you forgot were possible. Step 3 is to read every single day. Not articles, not threads, not summaries, books. A book is the only medium left that demands sustained attention. It does not reformat itself for your shrinking patience. It does not add animations or autoplay the next chapter. It simply sits there and asks you to stay. And every minute you stay, you are rebuilding the neural pathways that deep focus lives on. Start with 10 minutes. Just 10. Do it before you touch your phone in the morning. Do it in the same place, at the same time, every day. Let it become the first signal your brain receives, not a notification, not a feed, not someone else's noise. A book, your mind, silence. Step 4 is single tasking, and this will feel radical because the world has convinced you that doing many things at once is a skill. It is not. It is a myth, and it is destroying your ability to think. Every time you split your attention, phone in one hand, conversation in the other, TV in the background, you are not multitasking. You are task switching, rapidly, repeatedly, and every switch costs you something: focus, depth, the ability to hold a thought long enough for it to become something real. Single tasking means one thing at a time, completely, phone face down, notifications off, one task, full attention, until it is done. it will feel slow at first. It is not slow, it is deep. And deep is how good work gets made. Step 5 is to protect your mornings like they are the most valuable thing you own. Because they are. The first hour of your day is when your brain is at its most plastic, most receptive, most capable of deep work. It is also the hour that the entire attention economy is most aggressively trying to capture. Do not give it to them. No phone for the first hour. No social media, no news, no other people's content filling the space where your own thoughts should be forming. Use that hour for something that requires your mind to actually work, read, write, think, plan, pray, move your body, have a real conversation, do anything that asks something of you, rather than something that just gives you more to consume. Protect that hour and you will notice within 2 weeks that your ability to focus for the rest of the day begins to shift, because you have started the day as the owner of your attention, not as a consumer of someone else's agenda. Now here is the truth that sits underneath all 5 of these steps. Your attention is your life, not a metaphor, literally. Whatever you consistently give your attention to, that is what your life becomes. Your relationships are only as deep as the attention you bring to them. Your work is only as good as the focus you give it. Your peace is only as real as your ability to sit inside a moment without reaching for an exit. The people who are building things, thinking clearly, loving deeply, living with intention, they are not more talented than you. They are more present than you. And presence is just another word for attention. You are not trying to fix a productivity problem. You are trying to reclaim your life. 5 steps. Start today, not tomorrow. Today. The world will keep building better and faster ways to steal what is yours. The only defense is a mind that has been trained to choose where it looks. Train it. If this video said something you needed to hear, share it with someone who needs it too. And subscribe to Silent Truths. We do not do surface here, only truth.